Welcome to The Shoreline, brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio, where finding your Lake Erie love is a sure thing. Thank you for joining us. I am Jill Bauer. I'm the PR manager at Shores and Islands, Ohio. And joining me once again today is my co-host, Dayton Barnett, who manages our social media. Dayton and I are here every week to give you the inside scoop on what's happening here in our island and coastal communities and the events and attractions that we think you'll want to know more about and hopefully inspire you to come visit us. Good morning, Dayton.
Good morning.
And we're into the month of July. How is summer flying by so quickly?
No, for real. I just feel like we skip 3 weeks at a time every time we get on here. I don't know.
Time flies when you're having fun, but that's what happens in Shores and Islands, Ohio, right? You just have so much fun.
Exactly.
Time just flies. So what's going on in the social sphere?
July is hitting. July is here. Obviously, Independence Day is right around the corner. We got party at the piers downtown in Sandusky on Thursday, bike rides, and a lot of things actually coming up in the exact place that we're going to be talking about today in Lakeside this month. So it's pretty packed. I mean, it's just packed all around.
Yes, definitely full of events, festivals, concerts, all kinds of fun. You know, you can, of course, follow along with Dayton on all of our social channels. You can also see our full events calendar online at shoresandislands.com if you want to see those festivals and concerts and events and fun things that are coming up during the month of July. But you can find all of Dayton's social links on our website as well. And be sure to follow along. Be sure to engage on those posts. Dayton's always open for suggestions on places you guys want to see. So let him know where he should go next. As Dayton mentioned, one of the places where you can go is the amazing Lakeside Chautauqua. So today we are talking about that historic community on the Marblehead Peninsula. For more than 150 years, Lakeside Chautauqua has welcomed families to the Lake Erie shore to nurture mind, body, and spirit. The community strives to enrich the quality of life for all people through programming focused on the 4 Chautauqua pillars, which are arts, education, recreation, and religion. Joining us on the shoreline today is Gretchen Colón, Vice President of Advancement and Marketing for Lakeside Chautauqua. Welcome to the shoreline, Gretchen.
Good morning, Jill. Glad to be here. It's bright and sunny over here in Lakeside, and we're counting the days until we get right in the midst of summer. There's a lot of exciting programs happening on our shoreline.
Oh, I bet. And I bet you guys are full of visitors right now. Lots of people in their cottages and people visiting the area. It's certainly an exciting time to be on the Lake Erie shore. So, Gretchen, tell us a little bit about yourself, your job at Lakeside, kind of what you do. What does the President of Advancement and Marketing do? And what do you find rewarding about your job?
Thanks, Jill. I have the honor to serve Lakeside, a community that's been here on the shoreline for 151 years. We celebrated our 150th last summer, and there were just a lot of great activities happening. This year, we have another run of some enriching experiences for families as they visit here from all over the United States. The shoreline is just a special place. And so as we walk out onto our 700-foot dock, you can see the beautiful Put-in Bay and Kelly's Island. But more importantly, families are reconnecting at Lakeside this summer, slowing down the pace and doing some fun activities across generations, grandparents and families and children, doing all the same activity and having a lot of fun doing it.
Of course. So there's that word there, Chautauqua. It's a big word, and a lot of people aren't familiar with the Chautauqua movement, or that there are other Chautauqua organizations all over the country and different communities such as yours. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means and how it relates to those pillars that I mentioned in the intro?
Yeah, Chautauqua is a thriving movement today. It started 150 years ago with individuals connecting in these sacred places around the United States and Canada. And these places are found on the base of the mountains, along lake shorelines, in wonderful southern plains. And it brought community together to experience preachers that would give inspiring messages, education lectures. And then also the arts and recreation, doing those fun things along the water like swimming in the lake or stepping on the shuffleboard courts or playing basketball and pickleball, which has become the fastest growing sport in the United States. And everyone's stepping on those courts right now.
Yeah, you've got pickleball courts now, in addition to the shuffleboard, and we'll get into those details later. But how many other Chautauqua institutions or communities are there?
There are 19 across North America today, and they're anywhere from, there's one in Boulder, Colorado, along the East Coast ocean front. We have the Chautauqua Institution in upstate New York, Lakeside, and our sister Chautauqua up in Bayview, Michigan, near Petoskey. And so each Chautauqua is unique. You can jump on www.chautauquatrail.com and check out all of the Chautauquas around the United States. The movement is thriving, and families are looking for a place to find purpose and reconnect. And Chautauqua is that place today that is just energizing and allows families to take a step outside of the hustle and bustle and slow the pace of life and do some fun activities together.
That is a long time. 150 years spanned across states, cities. This is a lot of history. Could you tell us a little bit about the history of the community itself?
Dayton, 150 years ago, we had our founders land on the shoreline, and they pitched tents in what is today our Bettinger Park, and would celebrate meals together, have worship services, listen to lectures, learn new ideas about the world, and that tradition continues on today. Later on, they started building cottages, and when you enter Lakeside, you'll see about 1,000 Victorian cottages throughout our community with bed and breakfasts and hotels. And so the tradition has continued on with families connecting here. The history is rich, and you can visit our archives that's right in Lakeside and learn a little bit more about the history when you come. But it truly is a family celebration here. This summer, we're welcoming bands like Riders in the Sky, 10,000 Maniacs, A Girl Named Tom in July. And so you can walk into our 2,300 seat auditorium and see some pretty exciting shows.
Bands, that's a lot going on. So throughout the years, obviously lots of advancements compared to, just through the time frame. What does Lakeside look like today? What kind of programming is offered for the guests?
Today, we offer almost 3,000 unique activities and experiences throughout the summer. That's anywhere from learning how to paint in one of our art classes to attending worship service on Sunday. We have a number of lectures that people can jump into and learn about the world and what's happening during our times. And it certainly brings together community for discussion. And then, of course, our recreation pillar is just thriving as families jump into our 4,000 square foot swimming pool with really cool water slides and water features, and sit on our dock and enjoy the shoreline and step on our basketball courts and our pickleball courts and our tennis courts. There's really something for everyone, Dayton. And so you can do a lot, or you can do something simple like sit on the bench and see the shoreline.
It is a beautiful place to do just that. So you mentioned there's a lot of scheduled programming. There's a lot of recreational opportunities. It is a community. It is a town. Talk a little bit about what I would consider the downtown area. There are shops, there are restaurants, there are all kinds of other things to do while you're in Lakeside.
And I'll add, Jill, you can come and visit Lakeside for an hour, and you can come and stay the entire summer. We have a wonderful shopping and dining pass that people can just get a taste of Lakeside. It allows you to enter Lakeside for free. You can grab an ice cream cone, walk along the waterfront, and just get a taste of what Lakeside's all about as you continue to experience it. And so that's a great way. Our business district is wonderful. We have anywhere from Seiferd's golf carts that folks can rent bikes and golf carts and take a tour around Lakeside, to Miss Mercedes specialty shop, to don't forget the ice cream and the coffee at Coffee and Cream, to Maryland's purchasing some candy for the kids or your Ohio State memorabilia. There's just a really neat business district that I wouldn't miss if you're visiting the Shores and Islands region.
Oh, for sure. Great shopping.
To get all of that in, like she mentioned, you could stay for a couple of hours, you could stay for a day. So there's lodging opportunities. Can you tell us, what kind of lodging opportunities are available for those wanting to come and stay at Lakeside?
Yeah, Dayton. We have 2 hotels on the grounds. The Fountain Inn, which is about a 47 room hotel room. And then we also have our Hotel Lakeside, which is historic. It's actually going to celebrate its 150-year anniversary next year. And believe it or not, that is a waterfront hotel with also wonderful dining options that look out over the Shores and Islands area. The hotel has a beautiful wraparound front porch that you can sit on the rocking chairs and enjoy an afternoon. So those are 2 options. And then we have a number of bed and breakfasts and guest houses in the community that you can stay at. So there is really all different lodging options in Lakeside, which allow you to park your car for your entire visit and walk around and really get to know and connect with the rest of the community. Don't be surprised when you're walking from one corner to Lakeside to another. You're going to say hi to every single person you'll pass, because that's the Lakeside way.
That's awesome. Yeah, the energy there is great. And it's hard for it not to be. When you're just in that area, it's just like your entire mood just changes. So that definitely makes sense. The one thing we haven't touched on that definitely probably is a piece is that, could you explain a bit about the in-season gate fees and the different types of passes that are offered to actually, get into Lakeside?
Absolutely. The Chautauqua Pass that gets you admission into Lakeside happens Memorial Day through Labor Day. And that pass actually gets you into all of the programming. It is required for all individuals entering Lakeside. That pass gets you into the concert, gives you access to all the lectures, and then, of course, all of our recreational areas. So just like you purchase a pass at a zoo or Cedar Point, you purchase a pass at Lakeside, and that gives you full access to all of the activities that are offered. So it's a wonderful experience that as people come and visit Lakeside, they continue to come back year after year. And we have families that have been coming here 7 generations and decade after decade. And that's really special. So if you visit for the first time, I think you'll get a flavor for the community and want to come back the next year.
And it's almost like it's like an all-inclusive. Think about a cruise ship, right? When you go on a cruise, you pay one fee and you get your entertainment and your dining and, all of these things. That's kind of how I explain Lakeside to people. Is like, you're going to pay once to get in, but you can go to lectures, you can go to movies, you can go to concerts, you can go to art classes, you can do all of these different lessons and fun things for all ages too. So it's really an all-inclusive thing. And then you did also mention one of my favorite perks for locals or for people that are just visiting for the day is that shopping and dining pass. Can you talk about that one again?
Yeah, the shopping and dining pass is a great way to come and visit Lakeside for a short stay. When you approach the entrance to Lakeside, you just simply ask our gate ambassadors for a shopping and dining pass. It is free to come into the grounds, and you can peruse through the shops and head to the restaurants and eat lunch. And so it is a 2-hour pass that gives you access to the business district. And our businesses are amazing. So I would encourage anyone that's in the region to stop by Lakeside as you're perusing through the other Shores and Islands destinations, because the business district gives you a special flavor of history in this area.
Another hot tip I like to give people, you have historic tours of the historic district in Lakeside with the tour train or tram. And I believe it's a 70-minute tour. So you could do the shopping and dining pass, go in and take the tour and learn a little bit about the history of the community and see all the lovely cottages, and then just grab a coffee or an ice cream cone and you're golden.
Yeah, that is a great experience. And the historic tram tour is also run by special volunteers that just love the history of Lakeside. And so you really get a full story on the 150 years as they tour you around so that you can see the historic buildings and hear the stories that have happened throughout Lakeside's lifetime.
I imagine there have been some pretty amazing guest speakers and entertainers throughout the years that have graced the grounds of Lakeside, and it's pretty cool to be in the presence of those places where amazing people have visited and spoken and performed. So we talked about the Chautauqua season, and Shores and Islands we're really working on our destination as being a year-round destination and pushing kind of those spring, summer, fall, all seasons. We're a destination for all seasons, and Lakeside Chautauqua is also doing a really good job of having events and reasons to visit that are outside of that Memorial Day to Labor Day time frame. So can you talk a little bit about some of those different things, the Fall Lighthouse Festival, your holiday activities, those kinds of events?
Sure, Jill. I'm with you. If you come up to the Shores and Islands region in the summer and you have not been here in the fall or the spring or even the winter, seeing the lake and the colors of the trees is absolutely spectacular. And so Lakeside is also trying to design programs and activities to complement the beauty of the Shores and Islands during the fall and the spring and the winter. And so we do host a Lakeside Marblehead Lighthouse on October 12th, and we partner with the Marblehead businesses and the lighthouse. And so it's a great experience to come and visit the peninsula. We also host a slew of Christmas and New Year's activities to dropping the donut on our pavilion over New Year's, which is so much fun. We had about 200 people gather last New Year's, and it just keeps growing and growing. And we open our hotels so that people can stay the night here and make Lakeside a New Year's destination. We also have been expanding our spring birding activities to make sure that we're welcoming every person into this region that's like fascinated with the birds. So we've gotten quite a few individuals staying in our hotels and jumping in and participating in some of the programs that are right here on the Marblehead Peninsula. And so that's another activity. We also do some other things like the murder mystery. And so I encourage people to check out our calendar at www.lakesideohio.com/calendar. And you can see all of the shoulder season activities. But Jill, I'm with you. People need to come here in the fall, spring, and winter, too, because it's a special place to be at the Shores and Islands during that time as well.
Absolutely. Summer. And Lakeside is such a special experience as well. It's just a beautiful place. You know, I encourage people, there's so much going on in the summertime. So the value in purchasing the Chautauqua Pass is there because you get so much out of it. But it's also great to visit outside of that season. There are times when there is no gate fee, but the businesses are still open, right? There are still shops and restaurants and things that are open outside of Memorial Day to Labor Day. And you do have such great events. And I love how you have added some additional spring programming to go along with, well, several weeks ago now, we had the biggest week in American birding on the podcast. And there were a lot of complimentary events to that going on at Lakeside. And it's I really commend Lakeside Chautauqua for doing that.
It's exciting.
But shout out to the social team right now. I've been checking out you guys' page. So definitely keep up there too, viewers, because, you know, they put out content for, you know, the upcoming events, the current events. And I've just been watching it myself. And I've seen there's somebody new behind the camera. I don't know who it is. They're doing a good job.
That's awesome.
We just had a video go viral about, I think we're up to 30 or 40,000 views on the hidden gem in the Shores and Islands area. Woo! So
I just seen it. Yeah, it's about at 30K. So I was like, somebody's doing something. I just see small details. My social media and content creative brain, I'm just like seeing the small changes in the video. So somebody's doing a good job out there.
I have to give a shout out to, we have a whole crew of interns behind us that work with the full full-time staff. And so throughout the summer season, it is a teaching, learning place for professionals that are getting into marketing and hospitality. And so I think we have about 10 interns across our grounds this summer that are working right along with us. And guess what, Dayton? I learned just as much from them as they're probably learning from us. So I'm just thankful for all of them. So thanks. I'll shoot that compliment over to them when I get off the air.
Awesome. Lots going on, lots to do, lots to see. Where can people go to find more information about event activities, lodging, and more with Lakeside Chautauqua?
Well, I'll connect them to social first. If you're not connected with us on Facebook or Instagram, I would encourage you to do so, and it's Lakeside, Ohio. And then, of course, jumping on our website at www.lakesideohio.com will give you all of the stay and do activities, as well as giving you information about the lodging, Dayton. And so head to our website. There's a lot of great information that you can learn about Lakeside. But the most important thing is I would say, jump in your car, drive to the Shores and Islands region, and take a peruse at something new that you haven't done before.
It's great advice. Absolutely love it. And thank you for talking to us today about Lakeside Chautauqua. I always hear from people that it feels almost like stepping back in time, right? I mean, it's just such a relaxed change of pace. It harkens back to, I don't know, 50s, 60s, something like that, where, kids are running around and riding bikes and playing in the park. And like you said, you say hello to everybody that you pass, and people are sitting on their front porch and waving, and just really have a sense of feeling welcome and, enjoyment when you're in Lakeside Chautauqua. So is there anything else that you wanted to share to the listeners, Gretchen?
No, I can't wait to connect. Please introduce yourself when you come to Lakeside to one of the staff. We're so excited to meet new friends when they arrive through our entrance each year.
You'd heard it. You're invited. Please go visit Lakeside Chautauqua. Cannot recommend it enough. It is such a special community. Special thanks to Gretchen Colón from Lakeside Chautauqua for joining us today. And of course, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please be sure to like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss a minute of the action here in Shores and Islands, Ohio. You can find more information, including past episodes of this podcast, online at shoresandislands.com. And Dayton and I will see you next time, probably in Lakeside, but definitely on the shoreline.